Video, I'm going to show you how I create the inky backgrounds for these cards that I've stamped images on. For this part of the project, so I'll just show you all the, oh my gosh, not envelopes, all the stamps I grabbed for these pages, and I found this other, when I was looking for something else, I found that. So, but this is basically the idea. We're going to, so this was just this gray paper. I inked this color on here, which is really fun to do. It's a fun little process. And then when it dried, I put a stamped image on there. I still need to ink the edges to put it in the book. So, and see how it bleeds through. But this is what we're going to do to all these pages. And we might tear the edges a little to make them a little more interesting. I'm certain we're going to do that. So, like I said, let's put these aside. We'll go through the images that I'm going to use, the stamps that I'm going to use, and then we'll do the inking process. Then we'll stamp them. So this one is just like some cute little farm animals. So like I just want to just use up things that I don't normally use, or like I don't even remember buying this. I don't remember why I bought it. I don't remember why I thought I would use farm stuff. I mean, these animals are super cute, but it was, you know, whatever at the time, or maybe it was on clearance. I don't remember where I got it. So, oh my gosh, please don't tell me I spent $14.99 on it, because that's a lot for stamps that I never use. But anyways, we're going to make some cute stuff with this on something over here. I think I was going to use this page with it, but I'm not sure. And then this one, I'm going to put this behind here so you can see. It's just a bunch of different leaves. So we're going to make a little leaf collage or something. Then this gal, she has like really fun hair with butterflies and some flowers and stuff in it. I've used this once before and it's really pretty, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do this, which goes like this. I had to sit there and look. How does the clock go? That's how I decided it went like this. I don't know why that's up there upside down, but the clock faces this way, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I think it belongs this way. I don't have a paper that's wide enough. Well, that might be wide enough. But then, you know, there's nothing on top. So I don't know if this one's actually going to get used, but I thought I'd try it because I think my friend gave me this. She was moving and she gave away some stuff. And so I took this because I love these kind of stamps. So I don't think I've ever used them. She gave me these too. These are Donna Downey. They're just some flowers and some little wording. So I think that'll be easy to use on these tall strips. Then I have these roses, just a bunch of different roses, and it says rose, so I'll come up with something for that. Here's some more flowers of different things, and this is just a little flower for hello. So I'll make something cute with that. These feathers, I thought it might be cool to do like a line of them, sort of like a specimen type chart type of thing. That's what my plan was for this. That could change, of course. This, I thought it would go well with which paper? This paper, I believe. How it's got all these colors in the background already, and then I can just put this in like black, probably is what I would do, and just make it very simple on top of there. And then I have this. This one's fun. I've done this one before. This is a cute little girl fairy thing. She's really cute and fun, and I like to color her in, which I might use like these watercolor markers and some other ones I have from Tim Holtz to color her in on like a regular page maybe. And then this, I just love this for some reason. Very plain, very simple, but very delicate lines, so it's gonna have to go on something very plain to be able to see what's going on. And very light background, so I'll probably end up using like this spun sugar. It's really light. Maybe a yellow. Maybe I'll just use a yellow. I think the yellow would look better with that anyways. Let's see. Lemon is awfully bright. I think I'll do straw. That looks cute. Okay. So now I'll walk you through the ink process. For the backgrounds of these. I think I need to kind of match these up as we go to decide what colors I need to ink things and what images are going with what paper. So let's work that out real quick. One of that for that one. That'll work with that. This is my farm animal one. Okay, it looks like these are too wide for this. But maybe they'll fit on this one. Yes, okay. We'll use that for that. Guess I'm gonna have to stack these. I don't have enough room. Okay, this is pretty much done. It just needs ink. So I'm gonna put it in my little box back here. And the same with this. It needs some inking on it. I'm going to organize these real quick. I think these are very similar. Okay, yeah, those are similar. That's brown. That's tall. Okay, so the tall one has to go with these tall flowers. So put that there like that. That there. This I was going to do possibly these flowers. I don't know, it's a very busy background, so I'm not sure that's gonna work. We'll see. Okay, this I actually think would look really good on this polka dot paper, so I'm going to use that. All right, a leaf spread. I think I want that on the brown because leaves are kind of brown. And then I have this for here. And then roses on there. So I don't have a piece for this, but oh, look at that, that fits. And that'd be cute, like a little strip that goes sideways in there. I like that idea, but do I want this color? What if I trimmed? Wait, what if I left this big page as such and then put I guess that blue looks a little better. Wait, maybe this. That as a pocket. A little tuck spot right there. I like that idea. Okay. So that'll be for that one. And then I'll put this. I might actually do some on 2 of these. And add this as a pocket to something somewhere. Okay. So we have our stamps and paper. Now we need to pick colors. This one has a color. I'm going to put everything to the side as I get going here. Okay, this is got so much going on. The only thing I could do was put some brown on it to tone it down a little bit and kind of make it go with the vibe of everything. And ink the back. So I think I will do some brown on this just to kind of tone it down a little bit. So, but I'm going to do like a light, I'm going to do burlap. That's like a light brown. I think that'll look good for that. Okay, if we're going to stamp these, do we want to stamp these in like a sepia color or black? I think sepia would look a little more romantic and less harsh. So I'm going to do sepia for these. And then like a really light pink background. Oh. I'm going to do like these 2 mix because they're both very, very light and I want it to have a little variation. So we'll do that. I do remember this one was already pretty colorful. I'm going to do the burlap on this one as well. Okay, this has already got a lot of color to it, but I think maybe I want to warm it up a little bit with some yellows and oranges. So let's see. Ooh, maybe like a rust color and then a warm yellow. I'm going to go ahead and try this bright yellow because it's on brown paper. So I think it'll still look good because that brown will tone it down a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Okay, this gal, she's in purple here. I'm going to ink her in black. So her image will be in black. So I think behind it, I do want purples and oranges maybe kind of going behind it. Kind of like what's going on here. I think that will look good. So let me do a mixture of purple and orange. So I have a light purple, a dark purple. I'll just put a little bit of dark purple in there. And then this bright orange. I think those will look great together. I'm running out of room, my goodness. Okay, so for this, oh look, she has like a little color palette here. Let's see if we can follow that color palette. Here's the pink. Here's the orange, which I just stole from my other pile. Let's try this other orange. Marmalade or marigold? I think the marmalade's a little darker. We'll ink them in brown because that's the dark, and I have that sepia color, and then this green. I have green. This. Let's use that for that pile. Okay. What else? We have some feathers here. Feathers scream peacock. Olive to me. So let's do that. Maybe a little old paper. It's like 2 different colors of green and a blue. Okay. Old MacDonald had a farm. I feel like we need some dirt color on here. So let's do a little bit of linen to make it brown. Maybe a little vintage photo. Just to tone that down a little and make it a little more grungy farmy. Okay, this clock. I really need to use up some more green. I kind of want to do like a green and yellow to go with this blue. Maybe I'll do green and blue. Let's do mowed lawn in China. Okay, I'm really running out of room here. I have to leave room to be able to ink right on this, so this I want some pink, and we'll do some honey with it. So pink and yellow, I think that'll look cute. And last but not least, okay, she's gonna need a background color. I think I just kind of want to do like the sun coming through, like a sunny day. So I'm gonna do this orange and blue for the sky. So maybe we'll do blue up top, orange on bottom. Okay. Okay, I have all of my ink pulled out for my papers, so let's get to inking some paper. Okay, this is my inspiration stamp that I'll be using. Set that over there, and then like I was saying, I want to do like the blue up top and the orange in the bottom. So I will put a little ink, a little blue ink there, and a little orange on the bottom. And I think blue and orange make brown, so that's not going to be good, but maybe it will stay separate a little bit. We will see. Okay, I'm going to try to get both sides. Okay, this has to be done. Okay, just decided I need to put like a little clothesline up in my office here so I can dry these things. Oh. Okay, that's good enough for me. I will let it dry next to this. That way I remember this is what I'm stamping on here. And I think it'll look good. Okay. I'll put that over there. I also really hope that I'm getting this clean. I don't want to mix these colors. Okay. Here There's my inspiration for this. Here's the background page, and then we're going to add this on top. So I want to ink both of these so they kind of match each other and they look a little more flowy together. So I'm just going to put some blues. Oh my gosh. There we go. Like that. And I'm not a huge fan of green, so we're just going to put a little bit of green and a little bit of green. Then I'm going to spray some water, and I'm going to need more water before the end of this, but that's okay. There we go. And then we'll get this on there. And blue and green will mix together well, so I'm not really worried about mixing them too much. Okay. I'm going to dry that just a little bit. That way I can set it. Okay. And I'll put these together. This looks still wet. Okay. My little farm animals. We're just going to make this look like a dirty pig. Here's the pink pig, and here's this muddy. I guess muddy is the better way to put it. I'm going to do a lot of this and a little bit of this. Do a little there, a little there, a little there. Water. Paper. Okay. Dry it, and then I'm going to dip it again and make a couple layers because it's so light you can't really see much of it, which I want it. You'll see what the effect does. It just makes it look a little better. And we're going to do that 3 times probably. Okay, now see how that's building? The brown is looking much better. I need to do something about those holes in my blinds where the sun comes in and does that. I do want to go ahead and put some on the back here though. I'm going to do a little bit of that to the front as well. Since it's so much darker, I want that extra punch on there. Okay. Okay. This one, I feel like this one's going to be really fun. I'm going to do pink at the top, orange, and then green. Okay, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I left space so they didn't touch when I put the ink colors down. Very bright. Okay, let's add a little water to tone it down and make it move a little more. Okay, hey, look at that. Nothing happened on the back. Okay, pink, orange, and green. And green. There we go. All right, I want to dry this layer and then maybe go over it again. Hold on. I want to get rid of this orange off of that. I don't want it to mix with that green right now. This is messy business, by the way, but it's fun. Okay, I really can't see what colors are going on here, but I feel like most of my green is gone, so I think I'm gonna grab some stuff from there and just kind of mix them on the back. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna put this over here to dry, and I'm gonna get some paper to soak that up. And this one looks good right here, if I can get it. Okay, that's just one of these papers. I think it will soak it up pretty good. I'm gonna spray. I can still see some color on there. Oh yeah, lots of color on there. Perfect. Okay, let's do that with this other page right here. I have a couple of these that just have lots of wording. And not a whole lot of color. And they need color, so I'll find something to do with these later on, I'm sure of it. So these were a bonus for this project. I'm going to stand them up over here, hopefully so they can dry. There we go. Okay. On to the next. I really don't have much water. Okay. Here's our stamp we're using. Okay, this, I'm going to go ahead and ink this because maybe I'll just cover like this section and this section and then leave this inky part open. So we're going to go with that plan. If I do that like that, how do I want it to pink to orange, kind of that way? Let's do that. So then I'm going to want to go something like that. That smashed it a little more than I anticipated. This paper feels like it has some sort of a coating on it that's not really letting it take the ink very well, which concerns me. I'm going to set that aside for just a minute. And I'm going to soak up a little bit of this. And just to make it run and look good, we'll do that here. Okay, I'm happy with this side. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here for the other side. And see what we have. Not much. Okay. I've never worked with this kind of weird paper before. Goes with this. Alright, so we're doing 2 different shades of green and blue for this stamp. I'm going to switch up my techniques and try something else. So I need green and blue. And then I'll show you this other technique to use for ink. So this is the lighter of the 2 greens that I'm using, which seems to be empty. Oh, there we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and I know that I've got some ink on the back of this, is kind of spray it really carefully so I don't get it completely saturated. And then I'm going to bring it over here, probably off screen. and I just laid this on top and got the water off. And then when I dry it, where the water was has turned the spots white, so it kind of takes away the ink. And then, like I said, I know I've got some ink down here left, just a little. I don't think there's a whole lot. There's like a little bit of blue right there. There's hardly any, so I'm hardly getting any of this effect I was going for, unfortunately. That's okay. I'll grab my brushes again. And I'll just go over and picks up some of that because it has water splotches on here. And then it picks some of that up. So now we've got some ink on the back as well. And that's pretty dry. So that will be this tag. Okay, and for her, same thing. She's not gonna fit. Well, I mean, she's like barely gonna fit on there. So we have to really figure out what we want as far as our colors. So I think I'm going to do kind of like that rainbow effect where I do like the light purple, orange, and then maybe some splotches of dark purple. I think that will be good. So that's going to be a different technique for the other, but this and the orange. This is a very light purple color. Very subtle. I'm going to go ahead and match this on the back while I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blend these. Okay, so I've got that like mottled effect that I'm looking for on that side. Now I'm going to do it on this side. Okay, so the technique I'm going to do now is these splotches like I was saying. So I'm going to put a good amount of ink on here and a little bit of water. And then I'm just going to grab it with this paintbrush and hope I don't get it on my shirt. Do a little bit of that. And then I need to dry it. And the same thing on this side. Now we're working on these leaves with the brown paper. This is going to be very subtle, whatever we do. So I'm going to do a big thing of yellow. With some rust out to the side, and I'll grab those separately when I grab them. Got some yellow, get the orange. Just kind of mix it in really good. I'm going to dry this. And then I'm going to go into that same color palette again. So I have two sets. Now I'm going to do the back with what's left. I feel like I need a little more water. Okay. I want to make sure this is clean because my next color is very light and I don't want to accidentally grab something and put it in here. Okay. I'm going to do these two pinks for my roses. And I have to remember to stamp these in brown. Maybe I need to make myself a little reminder, because that is how forgetful I am. Ink on the roses in brown. I'm going to do this style. I'm going to leave little lines this time. And the same with this. And we'll see what happens. See, this is going to be extremely light, which I'm okay with because I can layer it. Oh yeah. Okay, it needs more water though to blend it better. I'm not sure. I was just thinking, oh my, that's hot. I was just thinking about how I just don't really like stark white paper. Like most of my paper, if I could choose, is this like ivory color. So yeah, I do use it I do use white sometimes, but just rarely. I don't like it. Okay, looks like part of the pad came off there. Okay. I'm just not sure. I don't want this water. I didn't want the water to get on my pad, so I'm just going to do 2 big splotches for the back and just see how they turn out differently as opposed to all my little marks. Okay, here we go. I like that swath of blended color. Okay, let's do a second layer. Loving it. Okay. Okay, I'm really happy with this. I think that's going to be really pretty. I think I want to use this side. Oops. There we go. Okay, last 2. 3. I have 3 here. This, and my yellow, which I'm kind of excited to do. So here's the inspiration for this yellow. I wanted it really light and subtle, so when I stamp the image, then I can see it really well. And I think I want to do that image in brown as well. I'll probably separate things like black pile, brown pile, and then do batch like that. So ink in brown. Even though they're not, I mean, they kind of could be looking sunflower looking things, but it's just what it reminds me of. Okay. I imagine this just being like one blob of this yellow color kind of centered. Let's see if that will work. Look at that, it came through and then I smeared it. Yes. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me try that. Okay, I'm going to do that on the back side also. and then just keep layering blobs on top of each other. I guess this one's going diagonal. Okay, I don't have the patience to dry this pooling water, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Okay, here we go again.